Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Daily's 2A News. Well, on the heels of bad news yesterday, at least today I'm coming to you guys with some good news. It looks like the judge in the case between Polymer 80 and Steve Sisolak, who is the governor of Nevada, it looks like the judge is going to be siding with Polymer 80 over Nevada's new law, which essentially bans just standard pieces of plastic and unfinished material that hasn't been turned into anything yet. So let's talk about it. This video is brought to you by Exo Drones and the Ranger 7. If you or somebody you know is looking for a drone this Christmas, but you don't want to spend $500 to $3,000 on a really expensive drone, but don't also want to spend, $100 on something that's cheap from China, check out the Exo Drone. They're having a sale right now. You can get an Exo Drone for under $300, and it even has collision avoidance, 4K video footage, very easy to fly, comes with a battery, comes with a controller, you can see what you're doing, and Exo Drones are a really cool option to save you some money. So again, under $300 for the Ranger. They have different colors like red and gray. Definitely worth checking out. Check the description box for that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. So back on June 8th, I made a video talking about how the governor of Nevada, Steve Sisolak, just signed into law AB286. AB286 would essentially ban any unserialized, unfinished frame or receiver. And as you know, if you've ever seen one, if you have an unfinished frame or receiver, it's just a piece of plastic or it's just a piece of metal. It's not good for anything until you actually do something with it. You have to put in physical work to get it into something that it wasn't when it started. So it has to go through a transformation process. Regardless, he went ahead and signed that into law, and that would ban those things before they were even worked on. Now, Polymer 80 filed suit against Sisolak, and it went to court. Now, the judge in this case has looked at all the facts and determined that this essentially violates somebody's due process. It violates somebody's due process, and therefore he has determined that he is going to side with Polymer 80 on this, and that essentially the government of the state of Nevada is breaking the law by enforcing AB 286. Now, obviously, when politicians don't get their way, there's usually updates down the road, and I'll try and keep my ear to the ground and let you guys know if anything else pops up. But essentially, with this judge siding with Polymer 80, it means that, Nevada's not going to be able to enforce AB 286, meaning that, commerce will still be able to continue and people will still be able to make things the same way that they have in this country for 245 years. People are still going to be able to do what is known to be a tradition in this country. It is a tradition in this country. When there wasn't big manufacturers around or anything like that, there was people out there that were doing their own thing. And so that was something that's been around since before the founding of this country. But since this country's founding, it has continued on ever since. So it is something that is actually steeped in tradition in this country, and I think something that should still continue. So it's nice to see that the judge, voted the right way. Again, going on the side of due process with this one. So again, 286, not enforceable, thankfully to the judge. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of good news, especially after yesterday's bad news. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.